Economists are analyzing the effects of a new tax policy on population growth. It seems insane to me. Higher taxes means less people or something. I don't know. From recent census data, now the proportion of families in the United States who have more than 3 children in the household is 26%. For random sample of 50 families, what is the standard deviation for the sampling distribution? Okay, so this question is talking about a proportion, right? And p hat means a sample proportion. So we've seen there's also a video that we have that helps us get through the standard deviation of a mean, right? We're doing the same type of thing, except there's a different formula for the standard deviation of a proportion. Okay, the standard deviation of a proportion, the standard error of the proportion here. Let's see. What is the standard deviation? Well, they ask for what p is. They give us that p is 0.26. P is always the decimal form of any percentage you see, so you should be entering 0.26 here. Ask for the mean of the distribution of p, and it's just going to be centered around the proportion that you're given, 0.26. And then the standard error is what we have to calculate here. That's the part that's going to take some calculation. So these two are the same, and you're not doing anything wrong by keeping them the same. Okay? It's 0.26 for both of them because the proportion is 0.26, and that's what the distribution is centered around. And then the standard error is found by taking p multiplied by 1 minus p divided by the sample size. That's the square root of all that. So you get 0.26 times 1 minus 0.26, that's 0.74. So I'll divide by 50. Okay, so 0.26, 0.26 times 0.74 divided by 50. And then if we take a square root, we get 0.06, how many decimals? 3 decimal places, so 0.062. That's our answer for the last part. This part right here. And then of the 459,000 people living in Miami, 68% indicated on a recent citywide survey that they were employed. So P is 0.68. For random sample size of 490 people, what is the standard deviation for the sampling distribution of sample proportions? Oof, mouthful, but they want this. Okay, and so that's that formula we just talked about up above. P times 1 minus P over 50. So P is 0.68. That's 1 minus 0.68, so that's going to be 0.32. And you divide that by the sample size. This is the population. Okay, and that's all the people living in Miami. So 490 is the sample size. Okay, and then we'll do the same thing. Do 0.68 times 0.32. Hit enter. Divided by 490. Hit enter. And that's scientific notation. That's 4.44 times 10 to the negative 4th power. So we'll keep that there. We'll hit square root. And there's our answer. The 3 decimal places, 0.021.